Hey y'all, so back again, doing something a little different today. We got snow that's still trying to melt that we received the other day, so we don't get snow here, so this is different. Anyway, alright, so anyway, I am with Mandy and G at Seek Heavenly Things and Garamo de la Parra 303. So I've got another part that Jesus is releasing. These are future things to come. He's laying it all out there for y'all. Alright, so first of all, I claim that Jesus came in the flesh, bled and died on the cross, and rose on the third day. He's Jesus and God in one spirit. He's speaking, and he's speaking and speaking. He's, he can't get any louder than this, y'all. So, well, when he comes in the flesh in front of everybody, it's going to be pretty evident. It's going to be epic. Alright, so anyway. Okay, so this is dated for 2/2/2026. And God's spiritual calendar 7/14. God's spiritual calendar 12/14. And God's Gregorian 8/20. And Jesus has been speaking through Mandy, his main vessel. These are Jesus's words through Mandy. Jesus is speaking, y'all. And if you don't believe this, then you need to take this to Jesus and ask him. Okay? Because he is speaking. He speaks through all of us. And it's important to test the Holy Spirit that's speaking through you. Will the Holy Spirit confirm that they came in the flesh? Or he, sorry, before I get corrected. I know some mockers have questioned me why I say they, but it's just a figure of speech. But if he came in the flesh, bled and died on the cross, and rose on the third day, it's very important. If you're testing the Spirit and you ain't hearing a thing, then you're hearing from the mockery Holy Spirit. So, alright. With that said, here we go. You say you are a devoted follower of me. Sorry. Alright, sorry about that. So my dog is wanting to bark, so let's see if we can get through this. They're loving the outside. I kept them all inside yesterday except for bathroom breaks, so it's kind of a treat right now. Sun's shining on them, they're warm, they're fine. They'll come back inside with me when I'm done because they want to be where I'm at. So anyway, okay, so starting again. You say you are a devoted follower of me, your Jesus Christ, claiming to be a Christian, yet you are displaying all the rotten fruits and your character as being evil, and my prophets love you, as do I. They are displaying their fruits as being good, trying to love on you, so you can recognize my truth. They don't claim to be Christians. They don't claim to be anything except for picking up their cross and following me, Yeshua HaMashiach, and showing my people the true way, and that I, Jesus Christ, am the only way. My people do not need to conform to being known as a certain label with a religious spirit attached to it from a title that was originally given through a mockery Holy Spirit, mocking my true followers, calling them Christians, who were teaching my people that I, Yeshua HaMashiach, is the way, the truth, and the life. Yes, that is what you are attaching yourself to. That label that you hold on to so dearly is mocking me and you, teaching you the wrong beliefs and falsifying my Father. Sorry, my neighbors are talking a little loud right now. So, okay. All right. I am unsealing my book now to my 12, teaching them about the religious spirit attached to the Christian label. So now that they understand that I have set up from the very beginning, or understand what I have set up from the very beginning, my chosen prophets, they no longer label themselves anything because they don't want to be labeled as anything except a true follower of Christ. They do not want to be attached to a label that produces bad fruit, that mocks me, pretending to be a Christ follower, but then attacking their neighbor and condemning their neighbor. So why would they want to be labeled as a Christian with a religious spirit attached to them? I can tell you they wouldn't. Now that I have taught them that through my teachings and they recognize my voice, Yeshua HaMashiach, their teacher, through my teachings. They chose to follow my voice and what I tell them, which unfortunately is what most of my church is missing. They lack the ability to follow my voice and understand me and my true character. All right, sorry about that. Most of them pretend to be my sheep, but they cannot hear me calling them. They do not recognize me or my voice attached to my true character, and that has been based on all of man's teachings, swaying my people into teaching a different character of me and keeping my people in bondage of slavery with a works-based gospel. The Christian label and the false mockery Holy Spirit is pretending to be me, and it's going to be a very sad day for many of you when you realize this entire time during the silence of heaven, when you do not hear from me. You will realize that you have never heard from me because you were never truly born again, and that is going to be a big ego shock for many of you, especially since you think you know my words so well, and there's no way you would miss the rapture. Then you have the ones that do not believe in the rapture at all. Okay. That I have not provided a way out for my people with a rapture to escape my wrath. You are going to learn you do not truly know my character at all. And how I do not appoint wrath, and it's not my intention for you to be left behind and suffer my wrath and die as a martyr. But I have only just allowed wrath for the enemy to use it based on the physical and spiritual battles to lure evil in and destroy it in the end. So as I call my 12 up with my voice, calling them up supernaturally with my voice to heaven to start the show, all of you will start wondering, where are my 12? Where have they gone? As you can see, I have already done a pre-show with this when I had Mandy stay off the internet for a couple of months, because your father always does a pre-show for everything. So now I'm using my 12 to do the pre-show of the pre-simulated rapture that I am bringing on the world. And of course, speculations happened when she went missing the first time, because I've asked her not to comment or make any post. And of course, people assumed that they were dead because they were supposedly in a cult. We're not a cult, y'all. Sorry. Hate to burst that bubble. So you are going to assume the same thing, that they did a suicide ritual and they're all gone. Y'all, please. Okay. Sorry, Jesus. I'll pull it together here. Okay. That is going to be the rumors that are floating around, comparing them to a cult and comparing them to the Doomsday Killers, Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell, which you're all going to see her and him very soon. How I have a surprise with that one. But none of those rumors will be accurate, and none of that is true. My children believe in the rapture, and they know exactly what it is going to be like, because a lot of them have already experienced their rapture dreams, and I have already taken them in their dreams and visions to show them the rapture. I have shown them that I have chosen them to rescue them to heaven. Sorry, I couldn't read. There's a little bit of a glare going on here. All right. So I have just never connected their soul yet. So you are going to see that I am guiding and leading this entire thing, and they will not have control over anything that I do, as I call them up supernaturally, just like I did John in Revelation. And before they go to heaven to start the end times, I am going to have them all teleport to their families and friends to wake up their family and friends, and give you a chance to believe one last time as I show teleportation before I call them up. The ones that are already in heaven. I am going to have them transport to their families and friends so they can show the supernatural. Sorry. Okay. So they can show the supernatural to their families and friends to wake them up, while also bringing your relatives back to life to help you witness, to get your family and friends on board. So I can not only take my 12, but also take their friends and families as well. And I am talking about my 12, the 12 birthright lines in heaven. It's not just 12 people. There will be many, and that is my very first original kingdom. And we will call this the pre-celebration in heaven, because I always do a pre-show for everything. So now that I am getting ready to send my 12 on those teleportation missions, I have some surprises for them to start off the end times, because they have been working day and night and working hard diligently for me to wake all of my people up. Sorry, my brain is going a little fast today. Faster than my mouth. Sorry. Oh well. Okie dokie. I'm leading these missions supernaturally so they can wake up their friends and their families, wake them up from the assimilation of sleep that the devil has so many of my children under. So it is important to complete these teleportation missions so they can know my true salvation and complete the wineskin process, so they can also be called up to hear my voice. This is my special blessing and my reward for them for having the highest rankings in the spiritual battle out of all of my elders. And they will lead their families and close friends as they teleport, showing up at their homes in the supernatural, leading them all to my true salvation and my good news. My true good news while teaching them the wineskin process, because that is the step that they will need to be able to hear my voice. And because they have heard my instructions and they have completed the wineskin process, they will be called up. Also, now their friends and family will also be called up as well to start their missions and training, as I am calling them up to heaven to complete their final training, so they can become your leaders of the world, to lead you all in the wineskin process. See how it's so beautiful how he's doing this, y'all. Okay. And this is happening now to give you all a chance to truly believe that I am speaking without seeing the supernatural. Because once I pull the curtain back and show you the supernatural, you have just now missed getting on the adventure ark. Because that ark door is closed. And now you will have to wait for the next ark to come along, while you stay here for my pre-wrath that I am allowing for the devil to bring his destruction, and he is going to bring on this world. I am allowing them to break the first seal and conquer the world when the official end times start, because that is when you will see the supernatural, and the introductory phase has now just begun. But right now I'm trying to show you the introductory phase and give you all a chance to truly receive my first round of blessings and be a part of what I have planned in heaven, to wake up my children by broadcasting the blessings from heaven. And you are going to see how everything is going to be shown to you from heaven as I release heavenly cribs, and my 12 and my first fruits are going to be a part of heavenly cribs, showing all of their blessings from heaven as I broadcast. I just lost my spot again. Hold on. As I broadcast everything to earth. Oops, this keeps. Gotta love technology here as well. Okay. As I broadcast everything to earth. Period. Okay. Those first fruits are everyone that they accepted the invitation to the adventure ark. They completed the wineskin process, and they knew my true salvation of once saved, always saved. And they knew that my son Yeshua HaMashiach finished all sins on the cross and paid the ultimate price, and took the entire penalty of sin with his death on the cross, past, present, and future sins. They connected with the Father and became one with the Father, so he could supernaturally call them on the adventure ark and call them up to heaven. And those who and those who will be considered, and well, I don't know, there's a typo here. Let me look at this for a second. Okay, so I think it's, and those who I'll be considered my first round of blessings, which are my first fruits with my 12. I believe it's supposed to say those will. So anyway, all right, so that is that for this part of it. You know, he's laid it all out right there. That last little part, past, present, future sins, all on the cross, y'all. So so there, you can get some praying material here if you're not sure, and he lays it out how to ask him to come into your heart. So after you do that, then you'll start the wineskin process, which is ridding your soul of past pains, traumas. You know, as we all learn, you know, we all have deep-rooted traumas, pains, or hurts. So some things we don't know, and he will bring that to your attention. So, all right. So, and also, if you feel led to share these videos and this content on your platform, you're welcome to get on my YouTube page, which is the same name that you see displayed here. It's also in the community post all typed out, so that you can print it up and read it and get on camera too and show who you stand for, that you stand for Jesus. Okay? All right. Have a blessed one. I'll see you later. Bye.